contention, it should have been referred to the ministry to adjudicate. You cannot judge in your own case and then pay yourself. It's never done. And there's no history of somebody collecting 104 million one day and resuming on another desk in the same organization the next day. On the issue of Medusa investment, which was one of the allegations, Mr. Munir said he resigned in 2012. As I said, we obtained documents from CAC showing him to still be a major shareholder and also a director. Now, honourable members, you will know that under public service rules, and I will quote, Rule 030424 expressly states as follows: public officers are not prohibited from holding shares in both public and private companies operating in Nigeria or abroad, except that they must not be directors in private companies and may only be directors in public companies if nominated by government. As we speak, Mr. Munir is director in 2 companies, so he has violated public service rules, and we have proved that. Secondly, the Investment and Securities Act says as follows: the Director General and full-time commissioners shall devote their full-time service to the Commission while holding office, and shall not hold any other office or employment except where appointed by virtue of their office in the Commission into membership of the board or any agency of government in Nigeria or any international organization to which the Commission is a member or affiliate. In this case, the Administrative Panel of Inquiry found he is a director and a shareholder in Medusa. He is also sending and signing bank mandates for that company, but that company has not transacted with SEC. But that in itself is a breach. But of more concern is the second company, Outbound Investments, where he claimed in his submission that he was representing his wife, that it is his wife's family company, and his participation was as a representative of his wife. But that is not provided for in public service rules. And of more concern is the fact that that company has transacted with the SEC in the supply of diesel. So there is a conflict of interest, and that is what the Administrative Panel has looked into. Now, as I've said, there were many allegations, some of which were not substantiated, and we have discountenanced them. But the 3 significant ones, Administrative Panel has looked into. Mr. Munir was called, he was given right of audience, he came, he has made written submissions, and therefore we believe that our decision to suspend Mr. Munir was vindicated. We cannot have somebody sitting at the helm of affairs and to suggest that it's only when the FCC arrests them that then they can be removed. That's not good for Nigeria. We don't have to wait for our officers to be paraded in handcuffs before the international community, before we take action. We swore a solemn oath to serve the people, and we must sometimes have to make very, very tough and unpalatable decisions. We didn't take this decision easily. We knew that he would try to link it to Oando, but we have to stand up and do the right thing. Oando is listed both in Canada and in South Africa. Why would we wait until the DG SEC is in handcuffs before we take action? That's not governance. So that's why we took a preemptive action to get him out of SEC, investigate. And you will recall in the previous suspension, the DG was then recalled. So after being suspended, you either exonerated and recalled, or other action is taken. So I think that the position that we took to suspend Mr. Munir was the right one. It instilled confidence in the capital market. It told investors that Nigeria takes seriously issues of integrity, and that their funds, which we work very, very hard to attract into Nigeria, are safe. That decisions that are being taken by fit and proper persons. I think that the current management of the SEC will be in a better position to speak to my position on Oando. But let me state for the record, Oando is a completely separate situation to Munir Gwarzo, totally and completely separate. The allegation that I gave an instruction that the forensic audit should stop is laughable. And I'm sure you saw the SEC team laughing, because they know that that work is ongoing even as we speak. So it is not true. It is mischievous to even suggest that that was the case. Many decisions taken by SEC, and the suspended DG alluded to them, some of which involve my personal friends. The only thing I would ask for as the minister, and I'm not a rubber stamp, send me the files. Look at the files. Once I can follow your decisions, I endorse. Personal friends, I don't interfere. But where there is need for guidance, that is the job of the ministry. And our job in this case was to guide, and to say, these are the areas in which you need to focus on. There was opportunity for us to have even reversed the suspension. We did not. So why would we then, why link in the two matters that are completely unrelated? I think it's very, very poor. I think it's very, very poor, Chairman. And I think Mr. Munir should face the allegations that relate to his violation of public service rules, which are the real reasons why he has been, and the only reasons why he was suspended and remains suspended. And I shall be making my recommendations to Mr. President today in line with the recommendations of the Administrative Panel of Inquiry, which I received yesterday. Thank you very much.
I'll start from the extreme left. 2 minutes. And please, be mindful of the fact that we don't have time. Honourable Minister, take your pen, note your question. Director of Legal, note the question. Director of Legal, I need your attention. Take your biro. Honourable Abanta.
Thank you very much. Yes, so thank you very much, Right Honourable Chairman. Let me appreciate the acting DG, the suspended DG, and the Minister for all contributions made so far. First of all, I'd like to briefly express my concern. Like the Minister said, that it's regrettable to be here on an issue like this. We know the perception and what impact it can create to the capital market, to find out that the leadership of the regulator and the minister are on issues like this. But very important, I want to stress on the fact that yes, you hardly get the DG, suspended DG, acting DG, and minister in the same hall. And we're talking about investors' confidence here. So primarily, exactly what the CBN governor will do in the monetary market is what is expected in the capital market. How have you protected the capital market? How exactly have you tried to install confidence? For example, the CBN governor, one more question, please. One question, please. The CBN governor did say some time ago that even shareholders cannot use shares as collateral. To what extent have the share capital market been protected?
Honorable Hammer.
Right. No, one minute. So for the minister, I appreciate your legal director who has talked about the reversal of the other two officers. But for the DG, you had said you are acting in line with public service rules, and as the minister, there's no board. My question now is, you will be preemptive to have said you didn't need to wait for the suspended DG to be in handcuffs. There are allegations that you are being...
I am forced to say your 2 minutes is up.
Okay, thank you.
Honorable...
thank you. Let me take over.
About 2 minutes, I will be strict.
Honorable Minister, still under protest, I'll ask, you said your actions were preemptive. Two, the suspended DG accused you copiously of interfering with Ando and one other company. In your defense, you also said, even you look at files, can we have an example of those your personal friends who looked at their files and Sandra? Finally, you're under oath, Mr. Honorable Minister. Is it true to say that you, your friends and family members own shares substantially in Ando? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
No.
Honorable Chair.
2 minutes.
I just have just one or two questions here. My colleagues have mentioned about the interference on, he didn't really mention the name of the company, but I still have them here. on Ikeja Hotel.